Is it possible to live in South Florida without breaking the bank? Let's find out. I recently posted a video about the cost of living in South Florida, and a lot of people enjoy seeing how much it actually costed, and a lot of other people asked and were wondering what the cheapest way to live would be. If you want to be living the cheapest way possible, don't have kids. In today's video, we're finding out the cheapest for just one person. The statistic for the Bureau of Economic Analysis states that to live comfortably in Florida, you need an average of $4,000 a month, or around $50,000 per year. So let's see if you can live for less than that, and how would that look? The first thing we're going to look into is housing, because of course you need a home. That's probably the most important thing, and we know that housing here has increased a lot from what it used to be. So the cheapest way that I found in this case is going to be renting. Of course, ownership is great and it does have a lot of benefits in the long run, but it does come with a lot of additional costs. You have to pay for property taxes, you have to pay for maintenance, you have to pay for association fees, you have to pay for insurance. So in this case, I found that renting somewhere is going to be better if you're looking to save some money. We have two options. You rent a place for yourself and you just rent a 1-bedroom apartment, or you rent a 1-bedroom apartment with your partner, which is even better, or you find a roommate and you share accommodation. If you are looking to rent a condo for two, I would say the prices would be around $1,000 per person. With 2 bedrooms, it's going to be at least $2,000 the apartment. So let's look into that right now actually. So here we are looking at some options for rentals. These are 2-bedroom units. One of the main things that I would suggest is to stay away from the beach and stay away from downtown. So being west and out of downtown areas is always going to be cheaper, just like being away from the coast. So as you can see, all of these go between $2,000 up to $2,300 and more. These are some of the options that I found. Just so you see, they're mostly condos, and they will offer the opportunity to rent something with someone for $1,000. Remember, when you are renting, you do have to put down the first month, last month, and a security deposit. Just keep that in mind. Now, the second option here would be to rent a 3-bedroom place and have 2 other roommates, so 3 people living in the same home. So we see a home here for $2,750. That means you would have to pay around $800. Not bad. Then we have a townhome here in Green Acres, $2,300, so even cheaper. $2,400 we have here, a 3-bedroom condo, and then we have one for $2,500 in Boynton Beach. If you do not have anyone to live with and you still want to be able to look for the cheapest option in a 1-bedroom apartment, what I found to be the cheapest for 1 bedroom was going about $1,500. More realistically, $1,700. So this one is $1,500 a month in West Palm Beach. This is 1 bedroom. It actually looks pretty updated inside. Then we have $1,600 here. It's a condo in West Palm Beach. We have one in Boynton Beach, a little bit more. The closer you get to Delray Beach, Boca Raton, prices will go up. So I would probably not look in those areas if I wanted to really be saving money. Now, if you are trying to stay on the lower end of things, but you still want to own your home, if you could find something that is more of a villa that doesn't have a condominium association but has an HOA instead, fees tend to be lower because they tend to cover less. Let's summarize housing prices then. If you're living with a roommate, it could be as low as $800 a month. If you are living on your own, the lowest it can go would be around $1,600. If you're trying to keep things on the low, owning a car is not exactly going to help. The public transportation here, you can use buses, you can use trains. So how much does it cost to ride the bus? The regular full fare is $2. That is a single ride. And if you're looking for an unlimited daily pass, it's going to cost around $5. And if you wanted to get a pass, they do offer that too. So they have 31-day passes that cost $70, and they can be purchased at the Intermodal Transit Center and Palm Trend Connection. So I will link all of this information in case you're interested. this is a great option if a car right now is just something that you can't afford or you don't want to. If you do own a car or you want to have a car, we find that the average car payment is around $726 for a new car and around $533 for a used car. If we're on a budget, we're gonna get a used car. And for this average, I have insurance as $250 a month for an average, and gas around $200 a month. This puts us around $900 for a used car versus $70 for public transportation. These are your options for affordable transportation. Let's talk about food. If I was looking to save money on food, I would, number one, cook at home. I would probably avoid eating out. I would look for local markets or certain grocery stores that are cheaper. I'm going to be going maybe to Aldi. I'm going to be going to Walmart. For our example, we are using the average of $80. We're just gonna round to $300 a month. Let's talk about utilities. Here in Florida, the main cost is going to be FPL because the AC is always running if you're in the house. Most condos have water included, so that will save you $50 a month at least, and you only have to pay for electric and internet. So just for our example, we are going to say that FPL is $100, internet is gonna be $80, and we are not gonna have to pay for water because we are living in a condo, because we know that that will be cheaper for us. Living on a budget does not mean you cannot have fun, so let's discuss some entertainment options. The good thing about Florida is that they do have a lot of free events. So they have concerts, music events. You have Clematis by Night in West Palm Beach. You have Music on the Rocks at Ocean Avenue in Lantana. You have art and cultural events. You have Screen on the Green in West Palm, which is free outdoor movies. We have parks, we have the beach. So there's definitely a lot to do. It does not mean you have to spend money every time you go out. Let's talk now about a couple of the options that I didn't necessarily add because they are not 100% essential. Healthcare is really expensive, just in the US in general. It's not even a Florida thing. The average is around $409 per person for healthcare. If your income is lower, you could apply for the marketplace insurance and they do cover a big part of the payment. Bad thing is if you end up making more than you tell them, you have to pay back at the end of the year. You can always opt to not have insurance and just, live in the risk. Let's do a summary of what we just talked about and how much it would be to actually be on a budget on your own in Florida. We said that if you are choosing to live with a roommate, it's going to be around $800 a month. If you're choosing public transportation, we're going to add $70 to that. For FPL and internet, that gave us a total of $180. For food, if we don't go out, $320 a month. And that gives us a total of $1,400 a month for one person with a roommate. Now let's do the same count for a solo situation. So let's say you rent out a place for $1,700. You rent one bedroom apartment with the $70 of public transportation, $180 for utilities, and $320 for groceries. That gives us a total of $2,300 approximately. So that would be the difference of renting your own place versus having a roommate. And of course, on top of this, add your own expenses. If you actually have a car payment, you can add it and get rid of the $70 for public transportation and create your own budget. I really hope this video helped. If you do have any questions or anything I didn't cover in this video, please let me know down below. If you have any suggestions for people that want to do Florida on a budget, also leave it down below and help someone out. Other than that, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if it helped you and you find anything valuable. Make sure to subscribe for future videos, and if you need to reach out to me, all my contact information is gonna be down below. I'm here to help, and with that being said, I will see you next video. Bye!